Good morning, students. Welcome back again with our topic Geotechnical Engineering, uh, Unit 1 Introduction, Part 2. So, today we will discuss about objectives of geotechnical engineering. Uh, the first objective is perform engineering soil surveys, develop suitable soil sampling devices and methods, develop suitable soil testing devices and methods, determine physical properties of soil, evaluation and interpretation of test results and their applications to the use of soil as foundation support, behavior of soil under loads and forces, adopt suitable soil conservation techniques, sedimentation, control of dam reservoir, site selection for disposal of solid waste, that is landfill, and to deal with their design, operation and post completion problems of landfill. So these are the objectives which are used, or we can say for which the geotech engineering is studied, or perform the test of different types of soil to knowing all these points. Next is formation of soil. As we all know, the soil is formed from disintegration of rocks. So, how the soil is formed uh, is we will discuss here. Soil is generally formed by disintegration and decomposition, known as weathering of rocks, through the action of physical or mechanical and chemical agents which break them into smaller and smaller particles. So here in the figure you can see the rock which is disintegrated in the first picture now get into smaller parts in the second picture, and then in the third picture it get transferred and or we can transfer to top layer, and in the fourth picture it becomes a soil. So these are the different stages of weathering of rocks and formation of soil. The first part we can see the first top layer of the soil is highly organic. Then below that there is residual soil which is oldest soil. After that completely weathered rock is shown, or is there. After that we can see highly weathered or mostly soil, then moderately weathered rock, then slightly weathered rock, and after that some fissures and upper zone sound massive rock. So these are the we can say classification of rock or soil, which we will get when we get into the depth of ground or earth. Now, types of soil. As we all know, soil types based on geological and engineering viewpoints are separately discussed below. Basically, the soil is divided into two parts, that is geological types or engineering types. First, we will discuss about geological consideration. The history of formation of soil deposits greatly influences its properties and behavior. The properties of soil highly depends on the process through which the soil deposits have been developed. Following are the types of soil based on the geological agents or the processes through which the soil deposits have been developed. According to geological consideration, the first type of soil is known as glacial soil. The type of soil is developed, transported and deposited by the action of glacier is known as glacial soil. These deposits consist of rock fragments, boulder, gravel, sand, silt and clay in various proportions, that is, a heterogeneous mixture of all sizes of particles. The second type of soil is residual soil. This type of soil is found on nearly flat rock surfaces where the weathering action has produced a soil with a little or no tendency to move. Residual soil also occurs when the rate of weathering is higher than rate of removal. The third type of soil is alluvial soil. The soil transported and deposited by water is called alluvial soil. As flowing water, stream or river loses velocity, it tends to deposit some of the particle that was carrying in suspension, or by rolling, sliding or skipping along the river bed, coarser or heavier particles are dropped first. Hence, the higher reaches of a river, gravel and sand are found. However, on the lower part, silt and clay dominate, where the flow velocity is almost zero or very small. The fourth type of soil is known as wind-blown soil or aeolian soil. The soil transported by the geological agent wind and subsequently deposited is known as wind-blown soil or aeolian soil. Aeolian soil has two main types, namely dunes, sand and loess. The aeolian soil can be divided into two parts, namely sand dunes and loess. So what are sand dunes or dune sand? In arid part of the world, wind is continually forming sand deposit in the form of dunes, characterized by low hill and ridge formation. They generally occurs in desert and comprises of sand particles, which are fairly rounded and uniform in size. The particles of the dune sand are coarser than the particle of loess. Dune materials is generally a good source of sand for construction purpose. The second type of aeolian soil is loess. Accumulation of wind-blown dust, mainly siliceous silt or silty clay, laid down in a loose condition is known as loess. Silt soil in arid region have no moisture to bond the particle together and are very susceptible to the effect of wind and therefore can be carried great distance by wind storms. An important engineering property of loess is its low density and high permeability. Saturated loess is very weak and always causes foundation problem. For example, liquefaction. Now, the fifth type of soil is known as colluvial soil. The accumulation formed by the rock fragments and soil material resulting from the mechanical weathering of rock is known as colluvial soil. This type of soil is formed more or less in situ or as a result of transport by gravity over a short distance.